All right, first of all, we're just going to do a quick review with fractions. So say I have a problem, and I need to get my ink pen here. Say I have like 3/4 plus 2/3. Right, and I want to add those. And in this first section, it's all about the unit and focusing on the unit. This pizza is cut into fourths, and this pizza is cut into thirds. And so you can see a slice over here is not the same as a slice over here. And so our goal is to get the same unit. So if you take 4 and 3, they both can be made into a 12, and that's what you probably learned called the common denominator. But it's really the common unit, and the way you get that is if I multiply this by 3, and this by 3, and this by 4, and this by 4, I can get that common unit of 12. Alright, so then this would be what, 9, and this would be 8. Maybe a little smaller thickness here, sorry. Right, and basically what is happening here is here you have 3/4, and then here you have 2/3. And so what you're doing is you are cutting them into the same size so you have a unit. So if I cut what used to be 3, if I cut them into thirds, this is going to now be 3 slices. This is also going to be 3 and 3 and 3 and then empty space. But what used to be 3 big slices is now my 9. Okay, and then here what used to be 2, I'm going to cut those into 4. Okay, so what used to be 2 big slices, you can now see is 8. So that's what you're really doing when you get a common denominator, is you're just getting it into a common unit so that you can do some math on it. All right, and so then the next thing is I'm just going to count my slices. I have 17 slices, and my unit is still 12. So if I put all these together, I have 17 slices. If you want to, you can regroup. So 12 of these could go in a pizza box. All right, so that would be one whole pizza. And then when I do that, there would be 5 slices that didn't fit. So that's kind of bad. But anyway, so there'd be 5 12s. But most likely, a lot of times in math, we leave the answer this way. But my math, I might want it that way too. All right, let's look at subtraction of fractions. All right, say you have, say like 7/8 minus 2/3. Again, the units are way different. These pizzas, each slice is cut into an 1/8. These are cut into thirds. So, and again, my thirds aren't the best, but they have to be exactly the same size to be able to do math in them when you add and subtract. So again, common denominator, I'm going to look at 8 and 3. They both go into 24. If you're not sure, you can always start with the tiny pieces and then cut them in half and thirds and fourths. So like 16, 3 still doesn't work. Times 3, 24. Yeah, that does work. So I'm going to use 24. And again, I need to take this times 3 to get that. So what used to be 7 medium size are now going to be 21 really tiny slices of pizza. And then times 8 is going to be 16. Right, and so now that I have the same unit, all right, I have tiny slices of pizza. I have 21 slices. I want to take away 16. So that would be what, 5 left. And again, my unit is 24. That hasn't changed. So there's my unit.